Hey John, Coach Mike here, Bentry Tennis in Jasper, Georgia. Hope you're staying cool, man. Finally getting to you about your backhand here. So on the left side of the screen is me with the iCoach, and you in Jamaica with the nicer trees. We're going through one-handed backhand. I know you're not hitting from your ready position. It's always good to practice from your ready position so you get used to preparation, grip changes, things like that. Where's your body? Where's your racket? Anyway, you've got to remember this, that stroke production is not based on any unique theory or any pro's philosophy, simply based on dimensions of the court and physical laws. Or on the left-hand side, you can see left elbow is up as high as the wrist, right hand in a forehand grip. On the right side here, your racket is down. We're not going to say much about that because you weren't asked to hit from the ready position, just working on your backhand. But you see how the racket goes from a down position to an up position. The reason you don't want to work on this is because there's just no reality to it. You'd be facing the net, you'd be wondering where is your opponent going to hit the ball. Okay, so now from the time you turn, we see the racket in the up position. Right elbow has a bend to it. It's good how your left elbow is up. So let's get to my turn, and you see that it's just a unit turn. Really, the belly button moves the racket. Okay, my right arm was bent in this position, ready for a forehand, but as I turn, I straighten my right elbow, and I get a grip change to edge number 1. So from edge number 3 to edge number 1. And for my topspin backhand, we already know you hit the underspin on the backhand. So now you have a right straight arm on the left-hand side, a bent right arm on your side. The racket, the right foot stepping out is great. You step a bit too much across your body. You want to think that when you stand and hit the ball, you'd be on a skateboard going north and south, not tilted on a 45 degree. Always stepping with your hit. Not bad. I mean, you'll see all the top players do that as well. So one nice thing about the one-hander is you can get away with it. Two-hander would be tougher to close your stance. So now the racket is continuing to drop and go a little bit too far behind you. The string is almost facing the back fence right there. Okay, and now you can see it's about to come forward. So as far as proximity below the ball, you really didn't drop below the ball to come back up, and that's the only way you can get topspin. Okay, so on the left, the downswing creates the upswing. So my racket's going to stay on the front side of my body. It drops down below the ball, and you can see right here the strings are going to close slightly. Just a little bit where that racket closes towards the ground. And that happens right back in here. Just a tilt of the top edge. And then you can see how as it gets in front of me, it is vertical at the hit. So there's my differential. You're hitting a live ball, I'm hitting a stationary ball. I could use my knees better. There's a lot of things I could do well. I'm actually on my front foot a little bit too early. So now, with the racket being approximately a foot below the ball, maybe 2 feet below the ball, I have a lot of upward vertical swing up and through the hit to contact. Your racket is going to stop at the height of the ball, which makes complete sense and a logical way of thinking. The ball's there, swing at it and hit it. The problem is we got this 3-foot net on the other side, or in between the two sides, and we have this 78-foot court that we're trying to drive through. Okay, so now the racket's just swinging straight across really. Great contact as far as seeing the racket vertical at the hit, eyes at the contact. If you were to drop a line from your front shoulder straight down, and from my front shoulder straight down, that's what we call a power line. Okay, so I have my weight forward and through the hit, and you have your weight backwards at the hit. Okay, so counteractive forces, opposite forces. Alright, so now from there, the racket keeps going across. Now we see the strings. That means you're swinging east and west. See what happens on my shot? It goes straight up, much like a Ferris wheel. And we'll see that better from the back view. Downswing gives you the upswing. So now your shoulders are opening to the court. I'm still sideways at the hit. Okay? So you want to follow the line of that ball. The longer your strings go to your intended target, the better chance you have of hitting your target. So now, John, what we'll do is we're going to have one more here. We're going to follow along with. So the down position. Then your racket goes back up. Good how you use your left hand, but the right elbow's bent. Racket's too far behind the body. Racket doesn't get far enough below the ball. You know the idea of topspin. You have very good topspin on your forehand, so it's going to be very easy for you to learn this. But then the swing goes across the body. Okay, that back view is going to be the one that is the tell-all in that negative power line as opposed to positive power line. All right, John, we have another video to go to. Hope you enjoyed this one. The racket should be a Ferris wheel movement, a circular swing to get circular spin.